What's going on, Vikings? Well, we know what's going on. This is Justin with Purple to Go for Days, simulcast on TPC, the Purple Code YouTube and Facebook backup page. There is no other word to describe this but embarrassing. Embarrassing, embarrassing. Listen, it's one thing to play a half and be down on the road against the Green Bay Packers. We all know that. There's nothing saying that they needed to go into that game and just be up, I don't know, 27-3 at halftime. But to be down 27-3 at halftime, when you have the number one seed in sight, you have the number two seed in sight. Thank you, Josh. That's the best way to put it. We are playing so bad a high school team. Well, they couldn't beat us, but they could hang with us right now. Kimberly, that tight end needs to catch the ball. Yeah, okay. You know what? On that interception, Kirk could have put it in a better spot, a little closer inside where the guy couldn't get it, tip it up. Now, again, it's unlucky that you get a tipped ball and that it gets intercepted, much less for a touchdown. Having said that, everybody sucks this first half. Absolutely everybody sucked. Okay? Everybody. Kirk Cousins sucked. Offensive line sucked. I don't care that you got your backup center getting hurt and now you're on your third string center. Doesn't change the fact that the offensive line was garbage. You lost Ryan O'Neal. Christian Darrisaw got worked on that last drive when you're actually moving, because the Packers defense is every bit as bad in the last 2 minutes as our defense was last year. I'm sorry. Last year, when we were giving up all of those points, what did we say? This defense is garbage in the last 2 minutes. And that's exactly what the Packers are in the last 2 minutes of this. And at the end of the day, you failed to take advantage of it. What's up, Brandon? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, well, there is that. Listen, what's up, Skull Mafia? The game ain't quite over. If you give up a touchdown to the Packers and go down 31 points, then the game is over. You're not going to have another comeback of 30-some points like you did at home. I mean, I should never say never, but we can still win this game. Yeah, I know we can still win this game. That doesn't change the fact that they played like garbage in the first half. Doesn't change the fact that this team just flat out embarrassed themselves. You get a blocked punt to the 1 yard line and you can't score a touchdown. That is embarrassing. I don't want to hear about how the offensive line couldn't get any push and Dalvin Cook. Oh, what was he supposed to do? Here's an idea. On first down, when you have TJ Hawkinson wide open, hit him. You looked right at him and you hesitated, and then you threw the ball away to the sideline. Second down stuff, third down stuff. Guess what? They didn't trust Kirk Cousins to throw another pass on third down. You have the opportunity to go up 7-0 there. Then when that special team touchdown happens, you're even again. Again, this offense was total horse bleep. This defense deserves better. The offense scored 0 points. The special teams scored 3 points and then gave up 7. So the special teams is a net 4. Again, Greg Joseph, move the guy past 50 yards. Either give him 60-yard field goals or under 50. He can't hit anything between 50. SK coming in right now. SK, I've just been ranting and raving, and at some point I got to stop. I'm just saying this entire team played like trash in the first half. There's no other way around it, particularly on offense. Defense is doing what it can, but when you got a pick six, a kickoff return for a touchdown, the fact that your offense was down to the 1 yard line after a blocked punt, I don't want to hear anybody say, well, the defense gave up a touchdown outside of 2 minutes. How many points did defense give up? How many? 13?
10 or 13 because that last field goal.
Yeah, 13 points. You tell me you're going to give up 13 points to Aaron Rodgers and company at Lambeau defensively. You take that every single time. But I've had my rant. Real quick, let's shout out here. Skull Mafia, game over, purple. But JJ, okay, yeah, we'll get into that too. Kofi, thanks for joining us. Seahawk on Facebook. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe on the Purple Code YouTube page, Facebook backup page, Purple and Gold for Days, as well as all the rest of the family. All right, SK, you talk for a minute because I'm just gone on for 3.
I don't even know where to start, bro, to be honest with you. This is what makes this team so frustrating, man. Like, we can't keep expecting to come back in games. This game's over, in my opinion. We can talk about, we've done this multiple times this season.
Against mediocre to bad teams.
Against mediocre to bad. Like, we've done it before, but like, when is this shit gonna stop, man? Like,
it's not.
It's extremely frustrating, and this is what, like, it's hard to be confident in this team when they play like this. So I don't know, man. I don't know where to start.
I said going into the game, people started asking me, hey, what do you think about this game? And what I said, and I should have listened to myself, is all week I have been supremely confident in this team. Green Bay played 3 bad teams, got 3 games in a row. That's all.
Yeah.
You are a team that is 12-3, right? That's what our record is, 12-3 last I checked. Am I right?
Yep. 12-3.
You are 12-3 going up against a team that was 4-8 3 weeks ago. Their season was about to be over. They were about to bench Aaron Rodgers. Okay. They were about to bench him if they had lost one more game because they would have been completely eliminated. And they wanted to see what they had in Jordan Love. Guess what? This team, sure, they got back into it and won 3 games in a row against garbage teams. This team, the Vikings, how do you not go in there? When you get the ball first, how do you not go in there and just execute? Again, I'm not expecting them to score touchdowns on each drive. They had 1 first down in the first quarter, and that was a Kirk Cousins scramble. 1 first down. I don't care about bad luck this and kickoff return touchdown that. You had a block punt at the 1 yard like we talked about. You didn't have but 1 first down in that first quarter. JJ's got no catches. You know what? Kevin O'Connell, you're supposed to be this dude that is creative and forward thinking. Okay, you can't scheme Justin Jefferson to get open. Here's an idea. Put him in motion. Put him in jet motion where Jair Alexander, who is playing the game of his life, and he's backing up that trash talk, by the way. Every time JJ is stationary, Jair Alexander is hitting him, and one of those plays, he just knocked JJ square on his butt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
We're getting just out physical. Like, but this is the thing in playoffs that worries you about this team. Going back to the worry of this team is, yes, we're resilient. Yes, we're comeback or cardiac kids, whatever the hell you want to call us.
Yeah.
But when it comes to teams just being more physical than us, that's what the playoffs are all about. You got to be physical. Now, I don't want to kind of look away from us having Brian O'Neill out, having down to our third string center and Chris Reed, who's been absolutely terrible. TJ Hawkinson was garbage in the first quarter, in the majority of the second quarter. Mm-hmm. Absolutely garbage. And we continued to try and force the ball to TJ Hawkinson. I didn't get it. Like, I understand this is your number 2 target at this point. They're doing their best at taking away JJ. But it's like, eventually you can't keep forcing these balls into tight windows to TJ Hawkinson. I'm not necessarily mad at Kirk Cousins fully for this first half. There's moments where it's like, come on, Kirk, like you gotta be better there. But overall, I'm looking at the play calling, like, and the run game. There's where the hell is Dalvin Cook in this run game? This is
as you said, they're getting beat in the trenches. They're getting beat in the trenches like a rented mule. Okay,
this is the 27th ranked rushing defense, and we can't capitalize on that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
we said that against the Lions. They're the last rushing defense, or 31st, whatever. You didn't do diddly poo against the Lions. I said the same thing going into this. You cannot let another opportunity against a bad rush defense go by the wayside. This is why you can't lose the Detroit Lions. If you don't lose Detroit, you control your own destiny for the first game. And by the way, as embarrassing as Detroit was early on, at least Detroit never pulled away. You cannot play like this against Aaron Rodgers. You cannot expect to just say, oh, well, what did I say? Just give up field goals. Now, defensively, 14 of those points are not on them. And, 13 points. Again, this is a failure of the offense. Whether you want to say,
especially after you see Philadelphia lose earlier in the day.
Exactly.
And,
what up,
JC? And it's giving you an opportunity to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs and the bye.
Yes.
That door was open before this game started.
Correct.
And you obviously knew it. You didn't go into this game not knowing that, hey, the Eagles lost. We have a chance at the 1 seed. They play the Giants next week. Now the Giants, I think their seeding's locked into.
Not if Dallas loses tomorrow night, then their seeding isn't locked, if I recall correctly.
Okay, so
I'd have to look it up, and forgive me, I'm not wrote on the standings right now because we got whatever else. No, Giants Dallas already won. Excuse me. Dallas already won. Yeah. Let me pull up. We're going to wrap it here in about 30 seconds. I know the game has resumed. Yeah. Their seeding isn't locked because they are 9-6-1, and Detroit's got 8, so they would be 9-8. No, Detroit can't catch them. Washington. Yeah, you're right. Their position is
They're
locked.
pretty much locked. So
Yes.
they may not
They may
have
not
anything
even
to play
try
for,
against Philly. You're right.
but they may be in a spot to where that's still a rival. And if you have an opportunity to not give Philadelphia the 1 seed and home field advantage in the playoffs, I think Brian Dable's the type of guy that says, hey, if we have the opportunity to beat the Eagles here, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So regardless, you have,
though, we got to take care of our own business. And we
Yeah.
ain't take care of our own business.
Yeah.
This is just absolutely pathetic. It's embarrassing. And I feel bad for that defense because, again, if you're going to tell me 13 points from the offense in the first half, we would take that 10 out of 10 times. And yet we're down 24 points.
Defense playing
with
great.
That happening. Yeah.
Defense playing great.
Yeah.
Terrible. Play callings I get together, man.
Like
KLC,
I said,
get it
if they
together,
score
my
a
guy.
touchdown, I see no chance of this. If they can hold them to a field goal, maybe. If they can force a punt, maybe.
Yeah.
But your offense got to do what it always does when it's desperate. There is no more margin for error. If you get 5 possessions in the fourth quarter, you dang well better score at minimum 4 touchdowns.
Because, all we need is 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
right?
all we need is 4. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is just looking like one of those games, man. Like,
but this is always what it is. We
Yeah.
look good when we're playing mediocre to bad teams. And again, the Green Bay's a mediocre team. I know they got a Hall of Fame quarterback, but they're not that good a team. They really aren't.
And on top of that, the 49ers are losing to the Raiders right now.
Yes.
So not only could you have a shot at that 1 seed, but you would have locked up at least the 2 seed.
Correct.
At least the 2. Well, if things were to go, San Francisco losing.
If San Francisco lost today and the Vikings somehow won today, they would
have locked up the 2 seed.
They would have clinched.
No less than the 2 seed. They had a chance at the 1 seed, but no less than the 2 seed. But this is the thing. Again, the things that worry me about this team. We've had multiple games where we've had opportunity to either clinch, we've had opportunity to
hold off somebody,
right? And we've never taken advantage of it.
Correct.
Like we can look at the positive of, our opportunity is, we take advantage of opportunities throughout the game when we really need them and we need to get back into games. But when you look at it as an overall aspect, as far as the division goes, we haven't been in a tight race for the division to where it's like, we absolutely have to have this game or we're not going to win this division.
Right.
We haven't been in that spot this season. This may be the closest type of game of there's a lot on the line. There is a lot on the line for us too now once the Eagles lost, but even before, the Packers' lives are on the line.
Yes.
If they lose, they're done.
Correct. Get them out. Get them out of here.
And if they win,
guess what? Now they're confident coming into our place if we play them.
Well, if they win, they have a win and in situation against Detroit. Whoever wins that game makes the playoffs. No.
Yes,
I think Seattle's somewhere in the mix there, but I think Detroit and Green Bay have the tiebreaker over Seattle.
Correct.
So Seattle would need Green Bay to lose and then Detroit to lose next week and then to win to get in, I believe. But
the defense held. The Packers just punted. Vikings pinned deep at about the 10-yard line. So, having said all that, I forgot. Last time you forgot. This time I forgot. I want to thank everybody who came in here at halftime here.
Hey, I might just stay on and bring in some of this second half. Okay. If you want to roll, you can roll. I might just bring.
Yeah, I got to roll back before I do that. Hey, let's get our out of here before we forget. Rinaldi's Pizza and Pasta, they're our sponsor. If you're looking for some good pizza, some cheese bread, some wings, if you don't already have your spread, you're looking for something later tonight, mention the purple code. That's on Wood Lane Drive off I-494 and Valley Creek Road. Also want to get a shout out to some Nautical Bowls here. And there we go. Let's get that up there. Hudson Place, right off of I-94 and Woodbury Drive. At either location, mention TPC, the purple code. They will get you hooked up with a family discount. Let's get a couple more comments. I'll clear these out here for you.
Yeah. Hold it down for 1 minute for me. I'm going to grab myself a water.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm going to go back to where I was. I'm questioning why does a third string center isn't practicing with the first string. He's barely practicing with the second string out of Garrett Bradbury. Who would have thought we would be clamoring for Garrett Bradbury to come back? Anybody who said that this offseason would have been lying through their teeth. Third string center. Second of the worst offensive guards in the league now. O'Neal out. We're in trouble. No, you're absolutely right. Jason, I said hello earlier, but thanks again for joining me. Coffee again. What do you got? Coaching sucks. Can't even scheme JJ open. I believe I said that earlier. That's 100% accurate. Dave has got some faith. He says second half is going to be better. I don't know. Need to be in shotgun the rest of the game. I don't necessarily disagree. Run defense is not good. They're not brilliant, but they're not horrible. I mean, again, the defense has done everything it can. Skull to you as well, Jason. Thanks again.
You can't ask for much more from the defense.
No,
from what they've done.
How many punts did they froze in the first half? Like 5? That first quarter took forever.
Yeah. Well, no. I don't think they necessarily forced that many punts. They had 2 fourth down stops, if I'm not mistaken.
That too.
So there's 2 huge stops. You have the block punt that puts you at the 1 yard line. That what can I get a QB sneak? Like, I've been asking for that. We're down at the 1 yard line, or we need a half inch. Try a QB sneak one of those plays. Kirk is a big guy. I understand we're on our backup center. But why not? Try it. Like, what do you have to lose?
Right.
I don't like getting fancy. Or if we're not going to do that, get creative. Get creative and put the ball in the air. Give JJ a shot. Like, we really gave JJ one shot against Jair Alexander, and that was on the I'm not gonna call it a holding. It was a little chippy, but
it's chippy, but you know what? Yeah. The Vikings had a chippy one too. And I don't have a problem with the rest letting chippiness go, but you better do it both ways, is all I'm saying. So I'm gonna head out here. I'm
gonna hang around with you guys for a little bit.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna hang around with you guys for a little bit. So you should be good to leave, bounce out, and I'll be able to run it if I'm not mistaken, right?
As long as did you come in through the back door or did you come in the front door?
Back door.
The link in the chat, or did you logged in?
No. Yeah, I logged in.
Okay, no, then you got it. Oh, look at that false start there. This team. Hopefully, we got some more magic in us, because it would be almost the greatest ever if after all of this we came back and won and put the Packers out their misery. I'm not holding my breath.
It's not happening today.
I'm not holding my breath. I'm just not. I was too confident earlier, and I knew that was a bad idea. So now I got zero confidence. Maybe that'll change it. Maybe who knows? I'm
a little behind you too. So I just saw the first play. I just saw the Dalvin Cook run.
Oh, you didn't miss. You're gonna see a false start, but that's about it. All right, SK, I'm out of here for now.
All right, Justin. Peace out.
See you later.
Man. All right, man. I'm hanging around with you guys for a little bit of this second half. Let's see how the beginning of his third quarter goes. Extremely frustrated. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind you guys. I got the 2nd and 4, which is the false start. Another false start, which is, I think that's the third one where Reed just hasn't snapped it. Everybody else has moved along the offensive line. Kirk is trying to grab the snap, and Reed's just not snapping the ball. We got to get that communication right. That's cost us dearly this entire game. And that brings up a 2nd and long now. After we had a 2nd and short, I believe that brings it to a 2nd and 8 instead of a 2nd and 3. It's unfortunate. And this is just one of those games, man. It's one of those games. You can't necessarily pinpoint one aspect of the game. It's just been overall. We just didn't come to play. Didn't look good. Short pass to KJ brings it to a 3rd and 3, I believe. Again, guys, like I said, I'm a little bit behind you, so bear with me if you're ahead of me on your stream or your whatever you're watching on. Don't ruin it for me. But are we going to get another great comeback from the Vikings? Let me see your guys' answer. That's the question. Let me actually put that up as the question here. It's 3rd and 3 here for the Vikings. See if we get anything going from here. Kirk's got a little time. Completes it to Hawkinson. There we go. Get something going. Another. It's been a rough weekend for football for me, guys. It's been a really rough weekend for me in football. I will tell you that. I'm a Michigan fan. Definitely still hurt from yesterday. I don't want to get into semantics. Yeah, FJB doesn't look like today. Deep shot's not there. There's Adam Thielen. We're trying. We're trying. The thing is, it's one of those days where nothing's working. Nothing's working. You gotta hate them, man. You gotta hate these type of games, especially going up against a team like the Packers. You know you're the better team. They're just on a little bit of a hot streak. They haven't played anybody special though, so you're expected to win this game on the road or at home. It shouldn't matter. And you had Justin Jefferson open the middle of the field. You gotta get on the ball, man. But nonetheless, got a 16-yard reception for Thielen. Another play action for Kirk. Steps up, run it, Kirk. There you go. Get the first down. There you go. All right, get a touchdown on the board. Do the Vikings need another wideout to take the pressure off Jefferson? I think that's going to be one of the needs going into this offseason. Lions will end this. Let's hope, Steven. Let's hope the Lions will end this shit next week. I wanted it to be this week. I wanted us to end it for him, but it's not looking like it. But no, we absolutely need to go out there and find another wideout. I know a lot of people were big on we should have drafted Jamison Williams instead of trading back for Lewis Cine, but it's kind of hard to kind of decipher that value when Lewis Cine got hurt. So got a 1st and 10. What's that? The delay of game, it looks like. Just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. Put us behind the chains. Same story. The 2 missed field goals from Greg Joseph hurt. And it doesn't make it any better to see Jair Alexander kind of flaunt it in your face. You got to hate that. 1st and 15 Vikings. Down 27-3. Middle of the 3rd quarter. Need a touchdown here. Kirk to TJ Hawkinson again, just like clockwork today. Kirk to TJ Hawkinson, like clock. How many targets does TJ Hawkinson have? I'm going to look that up. How many damn targets does TJ Hawkinson have today? No receiving yards for Justin Jefferson still. It's as bad as it gets, guys. There you go. Finally, Justin Jefferson gets on the board. Bring to the 15-yard line. Stop doing the little first down BS. We're down 24 points, man. Let's get in the end zone. Get in the end zone, get a couple stops, and make this interesting. Got to be able to stop that run now. Let's worry about getting in the end zone here. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Let's see what the Vikings got. On top of it being a terrible football week for me, on my fantasy team in the championship is absolutely flopped. Us trying to force it to TJ Hawkinson yet again, almost picked in the end zone. Ugh. Yuck. So I might wrap it up, guys. Let me see. I'll see the end of this possession. Second and 10. Jason, you might be ahead of me. I'm seeing no. I don't know what the no's for. I hope it's not on this play because I'm gonna be frustrated. 2nd and 10. Oh, great. There it is. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, man. We're going to come on for the post-game show. More than likely, we'll be talking about a loss, a big loss. It looks like it's one of those days. Vikings, every time they're at least making some progress downfield, they just seem to give the ball right back to the Packers or miss a field goal or just something goes wrong. Today is not the Vikings' day, unfortunately. So for right now, we're going to wrap it up, guys. We'll be back on for the post-game show. One of those days, man. Couldn't get the damn job done and send the goddamn Green Bay Packers home So this is what it is, guys. See you soon. Vikings down 27-3.